I'm David Inoki. I'm a trainee front-end web developer. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Coder. So in this channel, I'll be sharing everything I learn each day as I grow along as a front-end developer. So you can subscribe to join my journey. So in today's video, we'll be discussing about HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the language and the building block of every website you see out there. HTML, it is the building block of every website in the internet. So, but wait there, before we write HTML codes, we need two things. One, which is a text editor. We have such text editors such as Sublime, Atom, Visual Studio Code, or even your notepad on your system. But in today's video, I'll be using SPCK editor because I know there are some aspiring devs out there who use their mobile to code. So we'll be using SPCK editor. So after that editor, what we need next is a browser. As you all know, a website can only be executed or can only be executed by a browser. So we need a browser such as Chrome, Google Safari, and the rest. So let's get to business. So guys, this is the SPCK editor. You can get it for your Android on Play Store. You can also get it for your iOS on App Store. So before we write any HTML file, we first need to create a file with the .html extension. For example, let's create this file. New file, let's say index.html. We click OK. Now you can call it anything. You can call it app.html, a.html. It will still work. But why we need the index is because the browser needs to know that this is the home page. Whenever you're using anything you're using it for a home page, you need the index so that the browser can identify that this is the home page. So now let's look. So for now, you can forget this meta stuff. Let me delete it right here. These are metadatas. We'll get to that shortly. Now I'll explain the tags. This you see here is HTML boilerplate. It starts with the doc type declaration. This doc type declaration means it's telling the browser this is the HTML file. Then this is the HTML. Yeah, this HTML, this encloses everything. It encloses everything, every other HTML tag. As you can see here, this is the start tag. And this is the end tag. Are you following? This is the start tag. And this is the end tag. Then now this is the head. Now the head contains the titles. The title, it can also contain the metadata. It contains title, metadata, links to CSS files, links to Google Fonts, and links to style sheets, links to whatever. That's contains the head. The head contains the basic information of the HTML file. For example, this is here the title. Let's call it sample HTML. Now this, after the head, we have a tag called the body. Coming right here. We have a tag called the body tag. The body tag. Now this body tag, it encloses every other thing that will be displayed on the browser. If you notice, the everything written in the head is just the information of or the information about the HTML file. It won't be except the title that will be rendered on the tab of the browser. Every other thing, the metadatas, everything, the links, they will not be rendered on the browser. But whatever that is found in the body, that's what will show on the browser. So let's try write a basic tag. Now HTML, we have what we call heading from H1 to H6. Their sizes they grow smaller from the H1 down to the H2. Let's show you. H1. Looks, it has a start tag and a end tag. Let's say this is a heading. Now we can also preview it before we link to the browser. Let's preview it. As you can see, the sample.html as our title is rendered on the tab, the browser tab. while this is the HTML. This is the heading here. Look at the size of H1. Let's try H2. H2. This is a second heading. If you notice, now look, this H2 is a bit smaller than the H1. It grows smaller as we ascend. Let's say H3. This is a third heading. Look, this third heading now is a little bit smaller than the second heading. So that's how it keeps on going. We have from H1 to H6, and they grow smaller as we ascend. So that's for H1. Now we have a tag called the P tag. The P tag stands for paragraph. As the name implies, it is used to give a paragraph. Now a paragraph in HTML is a gap above and beneath the text. Just look at what I write. Just look. This is a paragraph. Let's preview it. Now look, it gave a gap above and also give a gap beneath. That's what a paragraph is. Let's keep on writing. Let's learn and grow along together. It's saying it also give a space above and a space beneath. So that's for the paragraph. Now another tag I also like to learn is the link or the anchor tag. Now every website or every web page out there, every web page or every website out there has a link attached to it. There is no website where there is no link, and this is made possible using the A tag. Now I'll explain this href. The href is an attribute. Now in HTML, we have an attribute I used to give more information about a tag. For example, if I remove this href and put this is a link, let's preview it. See, it's just like an ordinary text. It does nothing. But when I add this href, and let me say I put a source URL, http www.google.com. It turns to a link. If I click on it, it's going to take me to Google. But since there's no internet connection, it didn't work. So let's move along. Now, an HTML attribute gives more information about the HTML tag. Now, an attribute has, if you can look here, it has an attribute name, the href, as for example, has an attribute has an attribute name, href, equals to, and a value in quotation. So don't forget that an attribute has an attribute name, href, equals to, and a value, usually in quotation mark. So that's it for attributes. So this is a link. This is the anchor tag. When used together with href attributes, it serves as a link. Used to link different websites or link to other pages. That's the use of this anchor tag and href. Now let's move along. We also have a tag called the marquee tag. Now this tag is rarely used. Have you ever looked at a news or looked at your TV screen where you see some moving text moving down below? This is done using the marquee tag. Let's write marquee. Let's remove all this behavior stuff. Let's say this is a marquee tag. Let's preview it. You can see just like our news, it moves along. So this is just a bonus I just added. This is a marquee tag. Let's go back. So guys, this is the marquee tag. As you can see here, it moves just like the way it does in our news, displays information in moving without any CSS or JavaScript attached to it. So that will be all for today, guys. Subscribe for more to follow the journey. Thank you, guys. See you soon.